All right, we're getting new word that this situation in the region of the Ukraine is getting tense by the moment. Just receiving word that Russian aircraft carrying nearly 2,000 suspected troops have landed at a military base near the regional capital of the Crimean Peninsula. Top Ukrainian official confirming that, and this as the Russians have built up troop massing along the entire eastern border. Again, we'll keep you posted on that. John McCain reacting to that. And Senator, obviously this thing is sort of building by the moment. What do we do?
Well, first of all, could I say, Neil, that it was predictable and predicted. Putin has very little regard for the United States. He is committed and believed in, with all his being, that Ukraine is part of Russia. Crimea is where the major Soviet naval base on the Black Sea is, in Sevastopol, which he could never, in his mind, give up. And so we are seeing an intervention that is really deeply disturbing and alarming. And I don't think he thinks that the United States is going to do much, given when he looks around and see his Russian troops occupying Georgia, the failure in Syria, Iraq, around the world, and seeing American weakness and withdrawal. So what do we do now? I think we have to obviously, first of all, condemn it. Second, get the, immediately, as quickly as possible, get the Ukrainian economy going again by arranging loan and the IMF, threaten a number of sanctions, including restarting of our missile defense systems in the Czech Republic, saying that we are going to take Georgia and other nations that want to into NATO, and treating Putin for what he is, instead of tell Vladimir that I'll be more flexible if I'll be reelected. If I'm reelected,
that might be easier said than done, right?
Another invasion by Russia. These paramilitaries are clearly Russian, and coming out of their base at Sevastopol, of a sovereign nation whose territory is very clear. Crimea became part of Ukraine, and by the way, eastern Ukraine is next. We're going to have to look at sanctions. We're going to have some German involvement in this as well, leadership of the Europeans.
Do you think they would get involved, because they've been almost hands off on this, even more so than we have?
I hope that they will. There has to be giving Russia basically a pariah status.
Yeah.
It does not mean starting the Cold War. It does not mean a military confrontation.
Well, you know what John Kerry said about you, that it's not like another Rocky IV. What did you think of that?
I thought it was really one, and the president's statement, this is not the chess match of the Cold War. Maybe it's not to the president, John Kerry, but it is to Vladimir Putin. He wants to rebuild the Russian empire. That's why he pressures the Baltic states. That's why he is meddling in Moldova. That's why his troops occupy parts of Georgia. And he views Ukraine as the crown jewel of that. There's an old line about Russia with Ukraine as an empire, and without it, Russia is a country. It is a vital part of his scenario for Russia's role in the world. And we have to be vigorous in our response, and I think we can be. But first, we got to realize who we're dealing with.
Senator John McCain, thank you very much. Good seeing you.